And on behalf of Addison's family, and Patty, myself, Addison, and Caitlin, thank you all for joining us. What a great day. What a greater day, because it's surrounded with really, really incredible, fantastic family and friends. And thank you all for joining. And Caitlin and Addison, look, you know, people have come from all places in this country, east and west. I mean, from the farthest west, the farthest east, farthest north and south. I won't go to all the places in the middle because there's lots of those. And even from England, by the way, even from England, they take the prize again, second time in a row. And that says a lot about you two. I mean, look, it's not easy for people to get up and go. It's not inexpensive. And people wouldn't do that if they didn't feel the love for you two. Now, first of all, and Jessica, whenever I say, I love you too as much as I love Caitlin, you two are as beautiful and caring and loving as Caitlin. And, well, Patty, yes. I love you all. God, I always screw it up. I love you all equally. You're just all different. In a good way. Addison, my son. People ask me, and seriously, they asked me up until this morning, probably before a lot of people met you. So, you like this guy? People always ask that to the father of the bride, I guess. And I said, without a doubt, unquestionably, I don't just like him, I love him. I know you do, thank you. And by the way, for those of you who were there last night, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you who weren't, I'm sorry, but you just have to know the kind of person he is. He stood on a stage and sang a song in front of 100 people tonight. It was the most beautiful, touching song that I could have ever imagined. And I thank you for that so much. I cherish that. Now, you remember, Addison, I'm sure, when you asked me if you could have my blessing to marry Caitlin. Yes, you were. You were a nervous wreck. It was so cute. And I didn't have the heart to do what I did with Jared. And I just wanted him to squirm, and I wanted you to squirm. And I just didn't have it in my heart because you were so cute. And so nervous. And you said, sir, we're in my house, and he said, sir, which he always does, and I love that. Jared, where's Jared? Oh, would you tell Jared, you say lessons, by the way. So he said, sir, if you have a couple of minutes, could we go into your office? I'd like to have a short conversation with you. Oh, hi, Jared. Jared says, hey you. Addison says, sir, I'd like to know if I can spend a few minutes in your office. I want to talk to you about something. And then I knew this was it. I knew it was coming. I didn't know how, but I knew it was it. And he said, you know, I love your daughter. Yes, I know you love my daughter. You know, we've been talking for a while about spending the rest of our lives together. And he said, and I don't want to ask her to marry me without first asking you if it's okay. Do I have your blessing? And I said, do you love her? He said, I love her. And I said, will you take care of her? And he said, yes, sir. And will you protect her when she needs protecting? Yes, I will. And will you treat her the way you would want a daughter of yours to be treated by a man? I will, sir. And will you always tell her she's right? Almost certainly. And I said, Addison, you have my blessing, and I love you dearly, and I can't think of a better person to ask to be part of our family than you. And I couldn't have, and by the way, I told you, Caitlin, on the dance floor, if you had asked me to scour the ends of the earth to find a person to marry you, I couldn't have found a better person. I love you.
I agree. I agree.
Caitlin. Caitlin. Caitlin.
Are you going to sing? Oh my God.
I'm not going to sing. No. Caitlin, I said something to you, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I said it again on the dance floor. We had a long conversation on the dance floor, by the way. And I said, I'm really happy for you, but I'm sad at the same time. And I said, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. And you said, no, I think I know what you mean. And you said, I would hope you'd be a little sad. And I'm sad because I'm giving a part of my heart away to somebody else. And as much as I love Addison, and I love you, Addison, I love you dearly, a part of my daughter goes away, and she's grown up. And I don't get to speak to her 5 times a day, possibly. Or maybe I don't speak to her at all because she has somebody to come home to and share things with and talk to as she talks to her dad. And that's the only reason I'm sad. But I couldn't be happier at the same time. And I also said something to you, one other thing recently. I read something. I read a passage one morning and I called you. And I read it to you, and it's a very short, 2 lines, I think. And I'm going to read it again now because I want you to hear it again, but I want everybody to hear it. And I can't remember it, and I don't want to screw it up, so I'm going to read it. And no, it's really only a couple lines. I'm really just reading a couple lines of it. And look, this passage is not meant, it wasn't written for a husband and a wife, it wasn't written for a man and a woman, it was written for the masses. It's just written to us as people. And it reminded me so much of you. And it says, do nothing out of selfish ambition, or vain, or conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interest of others. And when I read that, I thought, my God, Caitlin, this is you. This is who you are. And you said, Dad, I am who I am, and I think I was defined by my sister Jessica. And you said it in a way that I think you thought it was good, but you didn't have your own life, if you will, that you were defined by her. And you had no choice to do certain things in life. And I think quite the contrary. You were influenced by Jessica. Like Sarah was, and like all of us here are, and like so many other people are. We're influenced by her. And you could have chosen so many different paths in life. And you chose to spend your life helping others, helping children with special needs. That says so much about you. You are a beautiful person. You're beautiful on the outside, and you're beautiful on the inside. And I couldn't think of anything that would make me more proud than the way you turned out and the way you're going to spend the rest of your life touching others. Every interaction you have with people, they will benefit from. And those children are very lucky to have you as their speech therapist, and those families are very fortunate to have children to work with you. I couldn't be more proud, ever, ever. I love you.